So what is supplier development? If we look at the codes, we need to look at companies that are 51% or more, at least 51% black owned. They need to be a supplier. So it means that you need to do business with them. You need to buy from them. So they need to be a supplier that you actually spend money on, and then you incubate or increase them. You accelerate their business through the money or products that you provide to them. You enable them to grow in capacity. And then a very important thing is that whatever you spend on supplier development is over and above the procurement, the purchases that you do with this supplier during a year. So if I have a supplier, they're 51% black owned, and I already buy from them to the tune of 100,000 Rand a year. If I want to use them as supplier development, I still buy the 100,000 Rand, but then I go and I add another 100,000 Rand for them to buy new equipment or machinery, or for them to implement a financial system, or whatever the case is. In some shape or form, I need to be able to prove that I've increased their business capacity and that I have spent this money. The money that I spent with them could be in the form of a grant, so I give them the money, could be in the form of product, could be in the form of an interest-free loan, or an interest-bearing loan. Then I have to spend more, but I at least get interest on the money that I spend. There's about 20 odd ways in the codes that you can structure or spend this money. It doesn't have to be cash every time. So if you go into the B-BBEE scorecard detail, it's very simple in that there's only one line, and it means that you need to spend on supplier development, developing one or two of your suppliers that are 51% black owned. You'll get 10 points on the scorecard for this. So it's an important element in order to get to a decent level on the scorecard at the end. The cost of it is around 2% of net profit after tax, and that is for generic companies only. So your other scorecards, your sector scorecards, might have different percentages. Some more, some less. I suppose most of them are more. And then the last thing I want to quickly mention is that you need to start thinking about incubators or accelerators here, because your supply development element will take a lot of time out of your day job. It might assist you quite a bit to get a professional in for this specific element. As I've mentioned, consider a partner. Look at a structured way of implementing this. Look at an incubator or an accelerator. If you want, go and look at kukula.co.za. It's the enterprise development angle of ours, where we have great success in that we implement a project actively for clients through our incubation processes. Then you need to make sure that you get the bonus points. So the bonus points are for creating jobs, and then also for migrating from ED to SD. So it's important that you select beneficiaries on your ED program that potentially can become a supplier in the future. You don't want to go and miss those bonus points purely because you don't select your ED beneficiaries well. Apart from the bonus points, it also buys loyalty and a longer term spent with these suppliers that enables you to actually get some further value. So first you spend money on ED, but then the supplier knows you, they know what you want, they know how you work, and you work into the SD element after that. I do hope that you got some value out of this session on supplier development, and you're welcome to go to our website for more information, createinfinity.co.za, or send me an email at info@createinfinity.co.za. We'll be glad to help you through this process.